bitch ass niggas, bro.
That was a grenade. That was a big ass grenade. Damn. How do you dance like that in football, bitch? Where kill you? Fuck you. Fucking murderer.
Revelations 6 and 8. And I looked, and behold, a pale horse, and his name that sat on him was Death, and hell followed with him. And power was given unto them over the fourth part of the earth to kill with the sword, and with hunger, and with death, and with the beast of the earth. And with that, I want to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem HaKakodash. I want to give double honors to the apostles and the elders of Israel that rule well, and Shalom to the Akim, Akwathium, and the speckled bird listening and learning. Shalom. Revelation 6 and 8. And I looked, and behold, a pale horse, and his name that sat on him was Death, and hell followed with him. And what we're talking about right now, okay, recently saw a video of the Pope presenting a pale horse. Okay, we know that the devil, okay, or this system, all right, the satanic system deals with symbolism and numbers, numerology, and different things of that nature. Okay, when you start looking at different dates of assassinations and major events, they usually line up with other dates. Okay, so we know that they use things like horses, and like they have the red heifers now over in Israel that they're supposedly going to when the temple that they're building with the temple that they are building, okay, to represent the basically like the temple that Solomon had built. Okay, we are just not even going into that, okay, but we understand that the symbolism, okay. So when Esau does these things, it basically is a signal for them to start moving. All right. So what you were listening to was a video that was Off-Grid Desert Farmer. I don't know if he's what are those agitators? You know how they have certain people that are set up to agitate the masses, okay, by putting out certain information. But I was watching the videos, and there's been plenty of videos. The young lady that just got murdered by the ICE agent. There were two other shooting victims in Portland by ICE agents. ICE right now has lost their goddamn minds, and they are JD Vance just gave them a green light to put people to fucking death, basically. Okay, you better get your gay ass out of here, you fucking faggot. Okay, Salakia. So the ICE, JD Vance just basically said, we're not going to allow them access to any of the evidence. We're not going to prosecute anybody. Hey man, they're doing their job, and you better not try to stop them, or you might be next. That's basically what he's saying. Okay, so when you go into, and I looked there and behold a pale horse. So when the Pope presented this pale horse, what he's doing right now, okay, is saying, all right, go ahead with the purge, man. Allow it to happen. Okay, so these ICE agents, these fucking Nazis, these KKK members, these the Proud Boys, okay, the one percenters, all of these people are trying to provoke a civil war. Trump wants a civil war. Trump wants to call for an insurrection act and say martial law. He wants to institute martial law nationwide so that there are no more elections. Okay, no more midterms, no more elections, no more nothing. So that's what's happening right now. And what needs to happen is these people. What I would suggest, if these people don't want this, and I don't give a fuck. It's just a suggestion. Is don't fight back. Don't fight them. Just get ready. Get yourselves ready and don't fight them. But that's not going to happen because the scriptures say that Egyptians shall fight against Egyptians. Okay, so this pale horse that has been presented is going to usher in. Okay, and matter of fact, let me go back because there was a point that I wanted to make. And I looked, and behold, a pale horse, and his name that sat on him was Death, and hell followed with him. And power was given unto them over the fourth part of the earth. Okay. All right. So let me get in that word power. Okay. Because this is the Most High is getting ready to allow Esau, okay, one more major swipe at the children of Israel. He's gonna let this man loose. Okay. He's giving him let me get some words. Power of choice, liberty of doing as one pleases, okay, permission, all right, the ability or strength which one is endowed, okay, which he either possesses or exercises, the power of authority. So the Most High has given Esau the authority at this point to start killing at will, okay. So when we start talking about the authority, okay, the Most High didn't come down here and give that to him. And I'm going to get into some of these scriptures. What he did was, okay, we know that an angel comes and really seals our instructions for the next day. All right. So being as though that authority was given that wicked ass seed, okay. So when let's go back to the garden, all right, because I'm going to get this is going to get rolling here soon. Let's go back to the garden, okay. When the cherubim or the angels were placed around the garden, okay. What had to happen is those cherubim, okay, had to be removed from around our spirit so that we can get access, so that the Most High can send that information to us. Okay. So now that he's given Esau the authority to kill, okay, the pale horse, and I'm going to read some more scriptures. Okay. All right. And wow, here it is. Authority over mankind. Okay. So Yahweh Shai was given authority. Okay. Esau was given authority to bring great death. He was given a sword as a blessing, and that sword he is getting ready to wield one more time over the children of Israel because of the judgment. All right. So when you start talking about the instructions, our instructions being given to us while we sleep, okay, goes into the 11th hour, being instructed and given the authority to teach the new covenant. I'm going to get there. Okay. So let me get a couple more words here. Okay. Authority over mankind. That was the power of judicial decision, of authority. So these fucking weirdos coming from. One who possesses authority. Oh, there's a lot of stuff there. There's a lot. I got the main one I wanted, the authority. Okay. All right. So if Esau has been given the authority to bring, matter of fact, let me read Revelation 6:4. And there went out another horse that was red, and power was given. There it is again. The authority. Authority was given to him that sat thereon to take peace from the earth. What is Esau doing right now? He's talking about airstrikes inside of Mexico. He's talking about taking he's talking about taking Mexico next. Our airstrikes in Mexico, maybe boots on the ground. Greenland, okay. And the Dutch said if them if he even thinks about going into Greenland, if he goes into Greenland, the Dutch said it ain't gonna be. We ain't talking about shit. It's gonna be on. So now the European Union is really getting angry, and that's scripture. Okay, all right. These people, these people just they're biting off more than they can chew, man. And I'm gonna tell you, these when these things start to ramp up, okay, when these things start to really ramp up, and you brothers that have been listening to the men of the new covenant teaching, because they were given authority, just like Esau is given authority, okay, through the Spirit. He's moving through the Spirit of the Most High, giving him his instructions. He's filling his instructions. Okay, so that's pretty much the same way that these men that are teaching the new covenant. What is happening? They're using the authority given to them by the Most High to teach salvation. Okay, and it's been rejected over and over and over, and it continues to be rejected. And these men that are doing this are getting ready to pay a heavy price. And me and the brother Yahweh the Maccabees were talking, and we were talking about Amawan Abad. Okay, I didn't really watch the whole video. I just kind of clicked on it, and they were getting ready to begin their camp. And that brother looked. He had the most concerned look on his face. He looked confused, man. Okay, and that's the spirit of the Most High leaving these men. You can hear it in their lessons. Okay. I know I'm all over the place. It usually starts like that, you know what I'm saying? But then it'll start picking up. So bear with me. Okay. So these men that came in at the 11th hour were given authority to teach the new covenant. Okay. Just like Esau is being given the authority to take peace from the earth and to start to kill at will. Okay. And I read that in verse 8. Okay. The pale horse. All right. The red horse, the rider on the red horse was given authority to kill too. Okay. And that's where we're going at right now. All right. Verse 5. And when they had opened the third seal, I heard the third beast say, come and see. And I beheld, and a black horse, and he that sat on him had a pair of balances. This is the judgment. Okay. All right. If you're not in the new covenant, then you're going to be judged according to the old covenant. Okay. There's no getting around it. All right. Because we broke it down and told you that you have to come under the rod and be counted. That's a shepherd counting his sheep. You have to come under the rod and be counted and come into the bond of the covenant. You have to come into the bond of the covenant, period. There's no getting the fuck around that. Okay? You come into the bond of the covenant and be counted. Okay? Because these things are beginning now. Okay? When you start talking about the rider on the red horse, okay, the pale horse, okay, and the balances, the judgment that's getting ready to take place. This is Esau being given the authority to start to bring the judgment, because the new covenant has been denied by the Jews, and the Gentiles are going to have a moment to get in. They're going to have a moment, and when that number, this old white dude ain't gonna sit over here next to me with this fucking cigarette smoking and he coughing and shit. Fucking dumbass. Over there coughing, dying and shit. You still fucking sucking smoke down your damn dumb. You know what I'm saying? Slovakia. So the new covenant at this period of time is extremely important. And I'm saying that because the balances, okay, the black horse and the balances, okay, that is the judgment. All right. And if your ass, what when that number, when the elect number has come under the rod, okay, come into the bond, the agreement that they're in the new covenant, okay, they're counted as one of the elect. When that number is reached, when that 1/3 of Israel, when that number is reached, all hell is going to break loose. But right now, it's going to get bad. It's damn sure it's going to get to a point where people are actually like, fuck that. These men that have been teaching, then you're going to have brothers getting spiritual power. You're going to have brothers healing people. Okay. When it gets tough, and they start coming and trying to put their hands on brothers, and the other powers start to become exhibited by these men, that's when it's going to get extremely fucking bad out here. Okay, when all hell breaks loose, the elect are sealed, and you can see all hell getting ready to break loose. You can see it. Okay, let me continue. And when he had opened the third seal, I heard the third beast say, "Come and see." And I beheld, and a black horse, and he that sat on him had a pair of balances. This is the judgment in his hand. And I heard a voice in the midst of the four beasts say, "A measure of wheat for a penny, 3 measures of barley for a penny. See thou hurt not the oil." Who is trimming their lamps with oil? The elect. Okay. And the wine, the Holy Scriptures, the elect and the Holy Scriptures. Do not hurt. Don't mess with these people. Okay. These are the servants that are sealed in their foreheads, man, with the wad, the mark of exemption. Okay, so when the judgment starts, these people are not going to be touched. Okay? All right, when I had opened the fourth seal, I heard a voice of the fourth beast say, "Come and see." And I looked, and behold, a pale horse, and his name that sat on him was Death, and hell followed with him. Okay? So the rider on the red horse right now, Esau, is taking peace from the earth. Okay? He's taking the peace from the earth. And all hell, and it balances the judgment, okay, is starting. Okay? All of these things are happening right now. This shit is happening right now. The rider on the red horse is taking peace from the earth. All right? All the wars, rumors of wars. China's getting ready to go into Taiwan. They done seized the Russian oil ship. And then Russia's telling America, "Yo, you motherfucker, you better let them. We ain't waiting 72 hours. Y'all better let them go right the fuck now." That's what Russia told them. We ain't waiting. We only got about 24 hours before if Maduro isn't released. China said, "Yo, we're gonna start doing some shit." Okay, so in the next 24 hours, China could go into Taiwan, and there's U.S. military bases in Taiwan. Okay, so Esau has been given the authority by the Most High to take peace from the earth. The black horse, the balances, the judgment is starting. If you've been in this truth, if you have been calling yourself an Israelite and you've been teaching us the Holy Scriptures, the wine, okay, all right, but now you're not trimming your lamps. That one of your the unwise virgins, man. You're not trimming your lamps here and during the judgment. Trimming your lamps is coming into the new covenant. You have to have that oil, man. Okay, and just like I mentioned, Amawana Bod, he looks like he has leaked out all this fucking oil, man. Okay, and a lot of you brothers are heading in that direction. All right, and I sent the brother a video. It was kind of funny because I was asking him. I said, "Yo, man," I said, "we were talking about Amawana Bod, a couple other GMS members, and we were saying how these brothers are losing our oil." and I sent him a video from the musical The Wiz with Michael Jackson and Diana Ross, Nipsey Russell, I think that's his name. And Nipsey was the Tin Man, and he was at the fun house, and they were walking through there, and he's screaming, "I need some oil." I sent him that video. I need oil. I need some oil. You know, and that's what these men are going to be. These men are going to be crying for oil, man. You know, being as though the judgment is starting, they are going to be fucking crying for oil. Okay. All right. And power, okay, authority was given unto them over the fourth part of the earth to kill with the sword, the modern day gun, okay, missile, bomb, all right, okay, and with hunger, because there's what I just read about the 3 measures of barley for a penny, okay, a measure of wheat for a penny, and 3 measures of barley for a penny, okay. Let me get that real quick. All right, so the Roman silver coin, it took its name from being equal to 10 asses, okay? A number after 217 BC increased to 16, about 3.898 grams, or one it was the principal silver coin of the Roman Empire from the parable of the laborers in the vineyard. It would seem that denarius was then the ordinary pay for a day's wages. Okay, so basically, it's going to be a day's wage for fucking a measure of wheat. That's like a loaf of bread, man. It's going to be a day's wages for a fucking loaf of bread. Okay. All right. So you guys got you got to understand that the hunger, because people aren't going to be able to afford the food, because all of these countries, their red horse is taking peace from the earth. All of these countries are going to refuse to do business with the beast, man. Okay? They're going to refuse to do business with the whore, and they're going to make war with the whore. All of these nations are getting ready to turn on America. Okay? And Israel. They're going to be all by themselves fighting. All of these other nations, man. Even our own fucking allies are getting ready to turn on them. Okay? All right? Okay, so he was given authority, okay? Just like the men of the new covenant were given authority to teach the new covenant, because when the judgment starts, okay, when this judgment begins, okay, it's going to be hell on fucking earth, man. It's going to be bad out here. And if you're not in the covenant, if you haven't come under the rod and have been counted, because you have come into the bond of the covenant, the agreement of the covenant, your ass is going to fucking die. Okay? Alrighty, kids. All right, Revelations 12 and 12. All right, therefore rejoice, ye heavens, and ye that dwell in them. Woe to the inhabitants of the earth and of the sea, for the devil is come down unto you, having great wrath, because he knoweth that he hath but a short time. Esau knows it's over for his ass, man. He knows it's over. It is over, Esau, and you know it. You know? All right. All right, 2nd Ezra 16 and 71. They shall be like madmen, sparing none, but still spoiling and destroying those that fear the Lord. Okay? Any of you people out there that have been calling yourselves Israelites, they're going to be hunting you down, and they will find you if you do not have the Thawah, that mark of exemption. Okay? I read that in what is that? That was Revelation 6 and 7, I believe. Okay? Hurt not the oil. Okay? those that have been trimming their lamps, those that believed in the new covenant, the believers and the wine, the scriptures. Okay. All right. We are going to be exempt from this judgment, man. The rider on the black horse that holds the balances. All right. That's the judgment that is getting ready to take place, man. All right. So they shall be like madmen, sparing none, but still spoiling and destroying those that fear the Lord. Okay. All right. They're coming after the Israelites, man. Gotta go back to my other book. All right. Nahum 3:1. Woe to the bloody city! It is full of lies and robbery. The prey departeth not. The noise of a whip and the noise of the rattling of the wheels and of the prancing horses and of the jumping chariots. The horsemen lifted up both the bright sword and the glittering spear, and there is a multitude of slain and a great number of carcasses, and there is none end of the corpses. They stumble upon their corpses. There's going to be mass death here. Okay, there's going to be a lot of people dying, man, especially when those glittering swords. Okay, all right, the glittering swords and the glittering spears is basically talking about the thermonuclear bombs. Okay, because of the multitude of the whoredoms of the well-favored harlot. Okay, America has been a well-favored harlot, man, sleeping with all the nations, man, to try to steal their resources. Okay, the mistress of witchcraft. Yep, because they use their media, okay, to distract, okay, and to tell you lies, man. They paint pictures. All right, they paint a picture about you, and they make the picture convincing. All right, they'll take clips and say if you're a president of a country, they'll take a clip. And what are those things they got coming out now called deep fakes? They got AI, you know. They got AI, man. They got Trump dancing. Yeah, I'm dancing, talking about I stole that shit. I stole that shit. That's what I do. And he's saying it's artificial intelligence. They can have me doing this. They can have me doing some weird shit, walking into a bank. You know. That's why I stay the fuck in my house. I go to work and I go home. You know. Because if you're unaccounted for, if you're somewhere you ain't supposed to be at and unaccounted for, they can take that time period or that time frame to frame your ass, man. Okay? So you really have to be careful, you know, how you moving out here, man. All right? Okay? Behold, and that's gonna happen a lot here in the end. Okay, they're gonna have a lot of deep fakes. They're gonna have a lot of AI generated shit, man. That is gonna fool the masses. They're gonna try to make okay, when these men start exhibiting spiritual power. Okay, these men that are in the new covenant, because if you're not in the new covenant, you're not getting spiritual power. I'm sorry, you're not. What's that word I'm looking for? You're not suitable. Okay, you're not trustworthy with that type of power, man. Okay, the Lord is not going to give that to a nigga, man. I'm just telling you. He's not going. The Lord is not going to give Pookie and Tyrone on the block motherfucking the ability to run fast, to fly, to you know what I mean, to punch through walls and nah, bro. He's not giving you that shit, man. You know what I'm saying? He's not even going to give it to those that deny him, man. Those that deny the covenant, that haven't come under the rod and been counted, okay, coming into the bond of the covenant, okay, the immutability of the covenant. What is the immutability? Okay, like the brother said, all right, you got to understand that. Behold, I am against thee, saith Yahweh of hosts, and I will discover thy skirts upon thy face, and I will show the nations thy nakedness and the kingdoms thy shame. And that's what's taking place right now. That's why a lot of their allies are really coming up against them, because these Edomites here in America, okay, these are the same ancestors. A lot of them are the ancestors of those Edomites that were kicked out of Europe because they were filthy, thieves, murderers. Okay, all right. Penal colonies were set up over here for these fucking people, man. All right, okay. That's where that's who we're dealing with right now, man. And then you got the motherfucking a lot of the Germans that came over here doing Operation Paperclip. You know, look that up. Russia got a half of the Russians, Germans, Slovakia. Russia got half of the Germans, and America got some of the Germans. Some that escaped down to South America. Okay, but these same people are the ones that now have infiltrated the government. Okay, they know who the fuck. We know who these people are. All right, they know who they are. We know who they are, and we're telling the world about them, man. Okay, we're telling the whole world. We're through these video epistles, the scriptures. We're telling them who they are according to the holy scriptures, man. They're the Edomites, the red child. Okay, the angry ass child, the hateful child. Okay, the Bowers. Okay, the great grandchildren of Esau, Edom, man. Okay, the ones that are in charge, the elites of the Edomites, are the Ashkenazi. Okay, those people over the big hat, little nose people that went be that look like fucking rats and shit, man. Back in Caucasus Mountains, man. Look like a bunch of hairy ass fucking mice, man. Mice people. That's what the fuck they look like. Them big ass hook noses and shit. Okay, that's who we dealing with, man. A bunch of savages. Okay, beasts. All right. Okay, verse 6, and I will cast abominable filth upon thee, and make thee vile, and will set thee as a gazing stock. And it shall come to pass that that all that look upon thee shall flee from thee, and say, Nineveh is laid waste. Who will bemoan her? Whence shall I seek comforters for thee? Art thou better than Populus? No, that was situate among the rivers, that had the waters round about it, whose rampart was the sea, and her wall was from the sea. Ethiopia and Egypt were her strength, and it was infinite. Put and Libim were thy helpers. Yet was she carried away; she went into captivity. Her young children were dashed into pieces at the top of all the streets. And they cast lots for her honorable men, and all her great men were bound in chains. Though thou also shalt be drunken, thou shalt be hid, thou shalt seek strength because of the enemy, and thy stronghold shall be like fig trees with the first strip with the first strip figs. If they be shaken, they shall even fall into the mouth of the eater. Behold, thy people in the midst of thee are women. The gates of thy land shall be set wide open unto thine enemies. The fire shall devour thy bars. Okay? Your gates are going to be open. This place is going to be wide open, man, for these other nations, man. Okay? This place is going to be, it's going to be, what do they say when people come into your country and they take all your shit? Okay, booty. Okay, this place is going to be for booty, man. Okay, for these soldiers. When these soldiers, the payments are going to be whatever they fucking get their hands on over here. All right, this place is going to be for a booty, man, for these troops that are going to come in here. Russia's coming, China's coming, and every fucking body else. Okay, is coming into America. This place is going to be invaded, and the men that start exhibiting those powers, okay, are going to start. And the brother sent me a badass video. Let me see something. The brother sent me a video. See if I can get that up real quick for y'all, because okay, it's not this one. I think it's his other phone. Where the other phone at? Okay, I'm not gonna play the whole thing, but I'm gonna start it because the military has, and we talked about the Winter Soldier. Okay, we know that they have enhanced human beings. All right, they show you in that movie. What the hell is the name of that movie? Overlord. There's a movie called Overlord. If you watch that movie, okay, or look at a clip, Overlord shows you that they were enhancing soldiers. Okay, they were experimenting with some shit, and these soldiers, they would get killed, but then they'd inject them with this stuff, and they would come back to life, and they'd be strong as shit. You know what I'm saying? Damn, they're unstoppable. Okay, so we know that the Winter Soldier over in those labs that they have over in the Ukraine. Okay, they were doing the same kind of shit. The Chinese are doing it. Okay, so we know that they have enhanced human beings that you hand-to-hand combat. I don't give a fuck if you're a Navy SEAL or Delta, okay, or any of those other CIA secret operations units that they have. You can be some of the toughest motherfuckers out here, strong as hell, but these enhanced soldiers, these enhanced human beings will fucking they'll beat you to death, man. Okay, they'll rip your arm off and beat you to death with your own fucking arm. So we know that we're gonna have to have spiritual power. Okay, let me run this video real quick, man, so I can get back to the scriptures. Okay, just so y'all can see what I'm talking about.
Flint, I heard y'all was coming back, but y'all really the Anunnaki. We really the Anunnaki.
That's not our people aren't the Anunnaki, man. Okay.
It started to activate. We have reports of a group running toward Vegas.
Contact the higher ups. We have to activate and deploy the Winter Soldiers. We can't waste time.
I've been preparing for this the last 40 years. Nothing works on these people except for cold, hard aggression and perseverance.
Perseverance? They wiped LA out in a single day.
A day! Then we match a day with everything we've got.
We have 5 billion clones and Winter Soldiers spread throughout the country waiting to be activated.
Then activate them. They knew what they signed up for. We own them.
Ah, damn, my head's pounding.
You okay, Ruiz?
Ugh, my head is killing me.
My head's killing me.
Collins, you all right? Collins?
Command, this is General Reyes. We have an entire base of soldiers ready to go. We'll converge with the rest at point 6.
Yep.
Command, this is Talon 1. Visual on 3 hostile size estimate 100 feet. They're moving east at impossible speed.
Copy Talon 1. Do not engage yet. Maintain tail and report any changes.
Hold position until...
Command, this is Viper 2. We have visual on all 5 targets moving east at impossible speed. They're heading straight for the metro. Copy Viper 2. Maintain tracking. Do not engage until authorized.
They're covering 3 miles every...
So I just wanted to put that up real quick because Esau, even though that's some of that is AI, Esau does have programs. The Chinese have programs. I think just about every advanced are basically your bigger and more powerful nations like China, Russia, the United States. Okay. A lot of these countries have these enhanced human beings. So without spiritual power, there's nothing you're going to be able to do with these people. Okay, then you got the robots. Okay, they got a robot army already. We know that. All right, they got dogs. The hundreds of dogs or thousands of these dogs with machine guns mounted on their backs. All right, they're going to unleash all of these things, man, on these people here real soon, okay? All right? But we understand that Esau is being exposed he knows his time is up, and that's it for his ass, man. Okay. All right. I gotta keep moving, boy. I'm at 40 minutes. I didn't realize I was that far up in time. Slovakia. All right. So Revelations 12 and 13. And when the dragon saw that he was cast unto the earth, he persecuted the woman which brought forth the man child. And that's what's taking place right now. The persecution of the children of Israel is taking place. It's starting off with the northern kingdom. And you can see, and the brother had put a beautiful scripture up talking about, I believe it's Zebulun, which would be Venezuela. And let me see something real quick. Let me see if I can find that, because that was fire, y'all. Slovakia. Yeah, we gotta, I want to show y'all this. So you can understand what's going on. I think it was on his page. So let me scroll down here real quick. It was a post, I believe. If I can't find it, that's all right. Starting to get a little headache here. Okay. I think. Let's see if it's on his shorts. Nope. All right, I'm not going to worry about it. But the scripture basically was talking about how they were going to bathe their feet in oil. Okay. And that was talking about our people, man, the Northern Kingdom down there in Venezuela. Matter of fact, let me see. I hate that. I'm gonna think about something, man. Oh, it's Asher, Salakia. It's Deuteronomy 33 and 24. Okay. And of Asher, he said, let Asher be blessed with children, let him be acceptable to his brethren, and let him dip his foot in oil. Okay. So Asher, that would be those people down in Venezuela. All right. So we know that Esau is trying to get the oil, so he's going to destabilize Venezuela. He's going to turn it into a fucking trash dump, like they always do. Okay, like they did in Libya, like they did in Iraq. Okay, like they tried to do over in Syria. Okay, so this is the MO of the so-called white man, and now that he's been exposed, okay, and the dragon saw that he was cast unto the earth. Okay, he's no longer going to be in heaven. His heaven. Okay. All right. He's being cast out of heaven. He fell from heaven like lightning. All right. He's going to fall from heaven like lightning. That's what's taking place right now. Okay. So since he saw that he was cast unto the earth, since he's being exposed, since he's no longer going to be able to do things by deceit, by his witchcraft, okay, he's going to just have to use his sword, okay, to bring forth what he wants. All right, so that's what he's going to do. So he persecuted the woman which brought forth the man child, and that's what's taking place right now. And we know that. We know that that's what's going on. Okay. All right. I'm going to bring that one out. Matthew 28:18, and Yahushua came and spake unto them, saying, all power is given unto me, the authority, okay? So just like Esau was given authority, Yahushua received his authority from the Most High, okay? So now Esau got his authority to do what? To take peace from the earth, to bring forth judgment, okay? This is the Most High allowing him to do what he's going to do to bring forth that judgment. Okay, so Yahushua also had to be given his authority, okay, so that the seals can be opened, all right, so that the elect can be counted, those that come into the bond or the agreement of the covenant, okay, all right. So when all hell breaks loose, they have an opportunity to be saved, okay? And Yahushua came and spake unto them, saying, all power is given unto me in heaven and in earth. Go ye therefore and teach all nations, baptizing them in the name of the Father and the Son and the Holy Spirit, teaching them to observe all things whatsoever I have commanded you, okay? We have been commanded to teach the new covenant, okay? We have been given authority to teach the new covenant. And lo, I am with you always, even unto the end of the world. I am with you, okay? So when the angels come and seal our instructions, what is that? Just Yahushua is sending the angel saying, hey, this is what I want him to put out today. This is what I want him to see today. This is what I want him to listen to, okay? He needs to get this information. They need to get this information. She needs to get this information. Because she needs to tell somebody about this today. He needs to tell somebody about this today. Okay? All right? That's the talents that we have been given. Okay? Every man receives a talent. Some 10, some 5, some 3, some 1. All right? And even those that have 1 and 3 talents, those are those that are listening. Those are the believers. 5 talents, you're a teacher, but you're not teaching that much. 10 talents, you're teaching damn near every day. But what are you doing if you take your talent and you hide it in a napkin? Okay? You're not teaching the gospel, man. Okay? You're not teaching the good news. You're not teaching the new covenant. All right? So if you're hiding if you're not teaching the new covenant, you have hidden your talent in a napkin, and the Most High said he's going to take it from you and give it to another man. That's why you see a lot of these men falling off, man. Okay? That's why you see the countenance of men dwindling. All right? They don't have the spirit of a lion in them anymore. Okay? You can see it in their faces, man. Like I was saying earlier about Amawana Bad. Go look at their most recent video when they was outside doing the camp. Look at his countenance, man. You know? He doesn't look the same anymore. All right? Okie dokie, kids. All right. Okay, yep. All right, because this is going into Yahushua being the heir. Okay, we are heirs with Yahushua, man. Okay, that's why he said, "I'm going to be with you until the end of the world, man." Okay, this age. All right. Let me start at 1. Our power Yahweh, who at sundry times and in diverse manners spake in time past unto the fathers by the prophets. Okay, I give my secrets to my servants, the prophets. I'm going to give these men, okay, the understanding at the end of the new covenant, because when the rider on the red horse takes peace from the earth, okay, then you're going to have the rider on the black horse. What's the rider on the black horse going to do? He's going to bring judgment, the balances, okay, and then you're going to have the pale horse. That's going to be bringing the death, man. A lot of death. Peace from the earth, the balances. If you ain't in the new covenant, what are you going to be? You're going to be weighed in the balance, man. Okay? All right? Hath in these last days spoken unto us by his Son, Yahushua, whom he hath anointed heir of all things, by whom also he made the worlds. Okay? Let me continue. Romans 8 and 17. Okay? Romans 8 and 17. And if children, then heirs. Okay, let me go up one. So I'm Romans 8 and 16. I'll start there. Wow, let me go back. Wait a minute. I'll start at 14. Romans 8 and 14. For as many as are led by the Spirit of our power. Okay, what did I just say about the angels sealing your instructions while you sleep? Okay. They are the sons of our power. Okay. For ye have not received the spirit of bondage again, which is the old covenant, to fear, but ye have received the spirit of adoption, okay, whereby we cry, Abba, Father. You see? We have received, we have not received the spirit of bondage again, man, because we have come under the rod and into the bond of the covenant. So we're walking in the liberty under and covered in the blood and in the liberty of the new covenant. Okay? All right? The Spirit itself bears witness with the Spirit that we are the children of our power. Because we teach what we're supposed to teach. The Most High gave a commandment to Yahushua. Yahushua gave a commandment to us to teach what he taught us. What did he teach his apostles, man? The new covenant. Okay? And if children, then heirs, okay? All right? Of our power and joint heirs with Hamashiach Yahushua. We're joint heirs, man. Okay? So we have the authority that Yahushua was given because he gave it to us. Aaron's rod, okay? That represents the authority. The golden bowl of manna, the hidden bowl or golden bowl of manna, okay? The Holy Spirit is feeding us, giving us our instructions, okay? To let you know that you have to be in the new covenant when the rider on the red horse, the rider on the black horse, and the pale horse come in. Okay? The peace is being taken. The judgment is beginning. Those that are not in the covenant weighed in the balance, and great death is going to take place, man. All right? Okay? All right, so we are joint heirs with Hamashiach, if so be that we suffer with him, that we may be also glorified with him. Okay? For I reckon that the suffering of the present time are not worthy to be compared with the glory which shall be revealed in us. Okay? Because that's coming soon. Okie dokie. All right, and this is what is taking place right now. See, this is why things are getting ready to change. Okay, all right. In the land we were put to shame, we're going to receive fame, right? All right, Matthew 21 and 38. But when the husbandmen saw the son, they said among themselves, "Who are the husbandmen? Those men that came in at the first hour." The third hour, the sixth hour, the ninth hour, okay? Who are the 11th hour? Those are the heirs, okay? All right, but when the husbandmen saw the son, Yahushua, the heir, they said among themselves, this is the heir, okay? So who are we? We are heirs, okay? With Hamashiach Yahushua. We are sons of the Most High Yahweh. Okay? All right? We are the angels that left their first estate. They said, come and let us kill him. What are they trying to do right now? At first, they tried to talk about people's countenance. Look at his face. Look at his head. Look at his eyes. You know, he's homeless. That nigga, I wouldn't help him. You know, Mystery of the Kingdom said some fucked up shit. I wouldn't give that nigga a goddamn dime. I hope they kick his ass out the hotel. But you're a man of the Lord, right? You know, you're a man of the Lord. You see? So that's you trying to kill an heir. All right? And even in your silence, that's you trying to dismiss us as being significant. Okay? Let's kill them with silence. Okay? Let's not acknowledge them. Okay? They say, this is the heir. Okay? This is Yahushua, the heir. Okay? He's coming to take our positions. Let's go kill him. The 11th hour came and started teaching the new covenant. Nope, they trying to take our positions. Let's go kill them. All right? The heirs. Okay? And let us seize on his inheritance. Let's take it by default. He's no longer, well, where's my son? Oh, we ain't seen him. Okay? Where are my heirs? We don't know who you're talking about. Who are these guys that are teaching what? That's what they're saying. The same shit. Let's go seize on their inheritance. We're going to shun these men. We're going to destroy these men through social media. We're going to call them all kind of fucking names, okay? And we're going to take their inheritance. We're going to get on the chariots. We're going to let them continue to be nobodies so that we can get their spot on the chariot. Y'all some damn demons, man. Great Millstone, y'all are some demons, man. Okay. Okay. John 12 and John 12, and I'm going to start at 44, and I think I'm just going to read down to 50. Let me see where I'm at on time. Yeah, I'm good. John 12 and 45. And he that seeth me, oh no, it's 44, Salakia. Yahushua cried and said, he that believeth on me believeth not on me, but on him that sent me, because the Heavenly Father sent the new covenant. Okay, this is the commandment from the Heavenly Father himself, that this be taught. Okay, the new covenant be taught. Okay, and he that seeth me seeth him that sent me. I am come a light into the world, that whosoever believeth on me should not abide in darkness. Okay, so if you believe on the words of the Most High Yahweh, that Yahushua came with to teach, okay, then you believe on the Heavenly Father. You believe that he sent this. Okay, all right. I have come a light into the world, that whosoever believeth on me should not abide in darkness. And if any man hear my words and believe not, I judge him not. For I came not to judge the world, but to save the world. Okay, so the new covenant is salvation. All right. So, and I'm going to let me continue reading. And if any man hear my words and believe not, I judge him not. For I came not to judge the world, but to save the world. He that rejecteth me and receiveth not my words hath one that judgeth him. the word that I have spoken, the same shall judge him in the last days. Okay? This is what's happened when we started teaching the words of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai, the new covenant, and he was rejected. Okay? So that same, the new covenant being rejected by you men is going to be the reason why you're going to receive a judgment. Okay? The rider on the black horse with the balances. Okay? You're going to be weighed in the balances, man. Okay? That's what's getting ready to happen to you. Salakia. All right. He that rejecteth me and receiveth not my words hath one that judgeth him. The word that I have spoken, the same shall judge him in the last day. For I have not spoken of myself, but the Father which hath sent me. He gave me a commandment, what I should say and what I should speak, the new covenant. And I know that his commandment is life everlasting. Whosoever I speak thereof are therefore, even as the Father said unto me, so I speak. The new covenant. I'm going to give you a new covenant to go down there, and whoever believes on you, okay, my son, which I am well pleased, I will give them everlasting life. I'm going to save them. Okay? I'm going to give them salvation. I'm going to take them out of this situation that they're in. Okay? 2 Peter 1 and 3, according as his divine power hath given unto us all things that pertain unto life and godliness through the knowledge of him that hath called us to glory and virtue. Okay? Hebrews 1 and 2, hath in these last days, let me start at 1, Salakia. Our power, Yahweh, who at sundry times and in diverse manners spoke in time past unto us by the prophets. Okay, read it again, we'll read it again. Hath in these last days spoken unto us by his Son, whom he hath anointed heir of all things, by whom also he made the worlds. So we understand that if we are heirs, okay, with Hamashiach Yahweh Shai, okay, we would understand these words when we heard them. We're going to understand it. When we hear the new covenant, we are going to understand what it is, man. Okay? That's why we know when these men start to exhibit power, these are going to be the same men that were with Yahweh Shai. These are going to be the same men that were with Adam. Okay? This is going to be the house of David. All right? We know what, hey man, you guys, boy, been bullshitting, talking shit. And y'all can see what's happening. All right? And this is, let me read this. Colossians 2 and 8. Beware lest any man spoil you through philosophy and vain deceit, after the traditions of men, after the rudiments of the world, and not after Hamashiach. See, and that's what's happening in these camps. They promise you liberty. Okay? They have a doctrine. All right? They say they're apostles and are not, but been found liars. Okay? And that's what's taking place, man. These brothers that have put themselves in a position, okay, and everybody believes that these are the men of the Lord, but they're not, man. They're not teaching you they're not teaching you the commandments of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai. They're teaching you the commandments of men. Okay? Talking about coming under the order, you know, and they close the doors to the kingdom, man. They don't want no new members. How the fuck are the elect going to get sealed if you don't want new members, man? If y'all are the men, if you're the camp to be with, If you're not with GMS, how the fuck can you be with GMS if you close the doors? You see? Doesn't make sense, man. You know? I'm at a loss for words, man, with these dudes, man. And it's like, I don't understand how motherfucking people ain't seeing this shit. How can you people continue to see how evil these fucking men really are? You know? It's like, god damn, y'all telling people they can't, if they ain't with you, they ain't gonna make it. But then you say that you ain't letting nobody, no new members. You see it? Does that make sense? You're trying to seal 1/3 of Israel, about 2 billion fucking, maybe a billion fucking and a half, maybe 2 billion people. That's 1/3, and I believe that it's talking about 1/3 of the Israelites here in America, because this is the place that's going to be mainly affected, even though it's going to be bad every fucking where. You know. So that the number here in America is going to be extremely small, man. Okay, 30. There might be between blacks and Latinos and Native American Indians. Okay, you might be looking at 75 million. Okay, so take a third of that, man. That's 25 million. Okay, 25 million people that are going to get saved out of the 350 million people that are here in America. You know, because Esau ain't going no fucking where. The Chinese. Okay. If you're not an Israelite, if you haven't come from the seed line of Jacob, Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, your ass is going to be here getting burnt the fuck up. It's just simple as that. All right, well, let me see something. Let me look at this real quick. I think I'm going to end it. Yeah, I might as well get this since I brought it up. Job 33:15. In a dream, in a vision of the night, when deep sleep falleth upon men, and slumbering upon the bed, then he openeth the ears of men and sealeth their instruction, that he may withdraw man from his purpose and hide pride from man. Okay, so the Most High has given certain men the ability to understand the scriptures, but at the end, okay, when the rider on the red horse was going to take peace from the earth, when the rider on the black horse was going to put and weigh people in the balance, and the pale horse is quickly approaching, where great death is going to take place, the teaching of the new covenant had to be, the authority had to be given to those men of the 11th hour. Okay? And the Most High set this up beautifully, man. Because when you and you know, Manata Zakbar, he said, who is Yahweh my power? Basically, that nigga, he's a nobody. I'm a nobody. I am. But the Most High said that he was going to glorify. He was going to give us the glory here at the end, man. Okay? We weren't going to be given the glory by fucking men. Okay? Because men are proud. You Negroes is prideful as hell. Okay? You wouldn't acknowledge us you wouldn't acknowledge us for shit, man. And that's what you're doing. You're not acknowledging us. So the Most High has to glorify us. The Most High has to give us fame in the land where we were put to shame, okay? All right? So with that, I want to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem Kakodash. Again, double honors to the apostles and the elders of Israel that rule well, and shalom to the Akim, Akwathim, and the speckled bird listening and learning. Shalom.